Africa, there are stories the wind refuses to forget, stories that live in shadows, in silence, and in the space between dreams, but none are as haunting as the tale of Okiriko, the village that sleeps with one eye open. Okiriko was a small village tucked deep in the heart of West Africa, a place so hidden, not even maps could find it. The people were strong, simple, proud. They fished from the river, hunted in the bush, and danced under the stars. But when the stars faded and the moon grew full, even the strongest man would not dare to sleep deeply, because something old, something unseen, walked through the night. They called it the whisper. The children didn't understand. Why must we stay half awake? They'd ask. The elders would only reply, because the forest remembers, and the whisper listens. But one day, a curious boy named Tomowa decided to find out the truth, and everything changed. Many generations before Tomowa, the forest was sacred, alive with spirits, animals, and powerful gods. The villagers worshipped the river, respected the wind, and feared the white antelope, a rare creature said to be the spirit of peace. The rule was simple: never harm what glows, never chase what disappears. But one hunter did not believe. His name was Oba, a proud and reckless young man. One evening, as dusk fell and the sky turned gold, he saw it, the glowing white antelope, standing still beneath a tree. Oba raised his spear, smiled, and threw. The antelope fell, but as he reached it, the animal melted into smoke. The ground trembled, the wind hissed, and from the trees came a sound like someone whispering his name. Oba ran, but he never made it back. By morning, his hut was open, but empty. No blood, no tracks, just a spear, standing upright in the sand. That was the first disappearance. Then it happened again. A woman gathering firewood vanished, a baby in its crib gone before sunrise, and always the same sign: a faint whistle in the night, soft, gentle, calling. The elders named it the whisper. It was said to be the spirit of the forest, awakened by blood and fed by silence. So the rule was born: do not sleep fully, do not listen, do not answer. That rule kept the village safe. For a while, years passed. The whisper became legend, until one boy, Tomowa, began to ask questions. He was 14, bold, smart, and tired of being afraid. How can something no one has seen still scare everyone? He said. His grandmother warned him, "Child, fear is not always a sign of weakness. Sometimes, it's the only reason we survive." But Tomowa was restless. He decided to stay awake and watch. The full moon arrived. The village locked itself in silence. Firelights dimmed. Mothers clutched their children, eyes half open, ears alert. But Tomowa did the opposite. He snuck out of his hut and climbed the hill overlooking the forest. For hours, nothing happened, just wind. Then he heard it, a whistle, soft, sweet, like someone calling from far away. Tomowa, he turned sharply. No one. Tomowa, it sounded like his mother. But she was asleep. Then he saw them, shadows, dozens of them, walking toward the village. No faces, no feet, just dark figures, drifting. He ran, but the forest closed around him. The whistle grew louder. Tomowa, come. Suddenly, silence, and then he was face to face with something, not a spirit, not a human, but a voice made of smoke, a feeling in the air, a weight in his chest. It said nothing, just stared into him, like it was trying to remember who he was, or who he used to be. Tomowa collapsed, and when he opened his eyes, it was morning. He was lying outside the village gate, his lips dry, his eyes wide, his voice gone. He never spoke again. But from that day, he never closed both eyes when he slept, and neither did anyone else. Tomowa lived to be an old man, but he never said a word, just sat by the fire at night and watched the trees. When he finally died, the villagers buried him at the edge of the forest. Right where he was found that morning, that night, the whisper returned, louder, closer, as if it had waited patiently. Since then, no child ever questions the rule, no traveler sleeps fully. And every heart keeps a candle burning, so if one day you pass through that forest, and come upon a village quiet as the grave, where eyes glow in the night, and no one dreams, remember this story. The whisper is not a ghost, it is a lesson, a reminder. Some things are better left undisturbed, and some villages will always sleep with one eye open. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more interesting African story time.